everyone. Today, in your chapter number 4, Weather and Climate, the topic is how the distance from the sea, humidity, and direction of winds affect the climate of a place. First topic is distance from the sea. You might have been visited Mumbai or Kolkata or Chennai, etc., or the places which are located nearer to the sea. There, you might have observed that those places experiences moderate climate. Now, what do you mean by moderate climate? The moderate climate means there are neither very hot nor very cold throughout the year. Okay, and as compared to those places which are far away from the sea, they have extreme climate. Now, the places which are far away from the sea, example like Jhansi or the Bundelkhand area or the Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, these areas are very far away from the sea, so they does not get any effect of the land or the sea breeze which flows nearer to the sea areas. Now, why this happens, I will show you with an example. See, this is supposed to be the diagram of the land and the sea. See, this is land. In the daytime, in this land area becomes much more heated as compared to the sea. So the warmer air rises, making way for the cooler air to come in, and thus a cycle of this like this continues. Okay, the colder air rises from the sea, and during the night time it replaces the warmer air, and this cycle goes on and on. See, here it is also written, in summer the lands get heated faster and warms the air above it. The warmer air, you might be knowing that warmer air is lighter than the colder air, so it rises above. This cool breeze coming from the sea cools the land near the coast. Opposite happens in winter. In winter, the sea loses heat slowly and therefore it remains warm. This warm air rises and blows towards the land and makes it warm. Okay, is it clear? All these happens because of the land and the sea breeze. Now, what do you mean by breeze? Breeze is a word which is given to wind which blows near the sea or the coastal areas. Now, what do you mean by humidity? Humidity means when air has a large amount of moisture or water vapor in it, it leads to humidity. Like for example, nowadays there is a rainy season, so you might be having much more humidity as compared to the summer season. It is the amount of water vapor present in the air. So humid air also affect the climate of a place. This affect the amount of rainfall, and the season is influenced by the climate of that place. Okay, please note this line. Places with cold climate experiences snowfall instead of rainfall. Why? Because these places are cold and thus snowfall takes place. Now, direction of winds. Winds have a great effect on the climate of a place. Depending from where the winds originate, they may be cool, hot, dry, or full of moisture. Winds blowing from desert areas are hot and dry, while those blowing from the sea are cool and moist. Why? Because these winds which are blowing from the sea, for example, if the winds blows in this way, the winds which are blowing nearer to the sea have the water vapor content in it, so they are cool and moist. While suppose there is desert here, if the winds blow here, they are already hot, they are already receiving the heat from the sun, so whenever the wind blows, it is hot and dry. See, example is also written, Delhi is hot in summer due to dry and hot winds blowing from Rajasthan. Rajasthan is located nearer to Delhi in the western part of Delhi. So in winters, cold winds from the Himalayas cause a cold wave in the northern India. Okay, now please have a look over this. Winds play a major role in the formation of clouds that causes rain. Winds that blow over ocean and sea carry moisture. I have told you before also that these winds which blow from the seas and the oceans, they have moisture content, and these blows here to form clouds. You might have been learnt about the water cycle. So all the sun heats get trapped in the land area, and while in the oceans or the ocean or the seas, they get evaporated and thus form a water cycle. So that water cycle is only written here. See.